plenty of time in their season to find their way out. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Collison is out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's McLemore in the 3 slot. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to Charlotte. Collison kicks to Gay. Back to Collison. The 3 ball. And that one's good. Collison's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Now, here is Harden. Defense right on him. Jones. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Now, here's Gay. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That's on Dwight Howard. Sacramento shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
And here's Houston. It's a 5-point game. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And really lucky that they weren't blown out in that game, because I just thought the effort was lacking.
They just couldn't hit on anything that worked for them, no matter what approach they used.
2 shots.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th, and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Now here's Gay. Shot clock at 5. Right wing. And for 3, Collison. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Here's Harden. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, you know, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Oh, guys, come on. You know, he's up there posing. He's posing for the photographers. That's all that's about. And with the Rockets last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year, in spite of all the injuries.
And Bellinelli kicks to Gay. Nice job coming off that screen. Gay's got 7 points in the game.
And he came off that screen, and the D just...
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder.
McLemore inside the line. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Lawson kicks to Jones. Harden outside. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. The Kings leading. Pass to Bellinelli. There's the triple. And another 3 for Sacramento.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
And the basket by Harden.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend, because they just handed him 2 points.
Gay, a screen on Lawson. Off the screen. No luck. And the Rockets take it the other way. Ariza goes in. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now, here is Harden. Following the shot by Rudy Gay.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Bellinelli, and that's up. Sacramento will same possession. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Over to the wing. Now here's McLemore outside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Five on the clock. The drive by Collison. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Sacramento again missing. Harden's shot is off. Pass to Gay. McLemore dishes to Cousins. Here's Collison. Great D on that shot. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. The Kings on top. They're up by one. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Kings.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On third and
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
It's tipped. Harden outside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. It's on Rajon Rondo. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Butler in for James Anderson.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Lawson kicks to Jones. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Now here's McLemore outside. And Jones pulls it down. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the and Harden with the stuff.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And the jam by Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Caspi passes to Rondo. Dishes it to Butler. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And former coach of the year, George Carl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation. Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Harden dishes to Ariza. And that one is stuck right through.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that. How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Lawson drives in. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one. And McLemore kicks to Cousins. In the corner, it's McLemore. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Harrell comes in for Jones. Corey Brewer's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Thornton in for James Harden. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Kufis comes in for Caspi. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Caron Butler. And Curry subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Thornton, no good.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Cauley-Stein passes to Bellinelli. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Lawson kicks to Capella. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. This is his first trip to the line tonight. He misses the free throw.
At the line for your Rockets, Clint Capella. At the line for 2.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.